Education has no boundaries. Special allocation for SIBURAN by 2023 and November 18 and 19 public holidays in Sarawak. Bringing you the eye on the news tonight, you're now with me, Charlotte Tomato, and this is TVS Nightline. Premier of Sarawak, Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tunapeng, emphasised that education, regardless of its medium, is seen to be an important element to shape the pool of human capital. As such, the Sarawak government has been allocating a total of 10 million ringgit annually to Chinese medium schools in the state.
Namun dari sudut pendidikan, ini perkara yang penting. Sama ada sekolah Cunhua, sekolah Mopaler, ataupun sekolah awam. Sebabnya saya tumpukan Kementerian Pendidikan di peringkat Sarawak. Menterinya Datuk Roland. Kalau Datuk Abang akan maju. Dan apabila kita melupakan Kementerian Pendidikan itu, kita ada sedikit beza dengan kerajaan entah kita di wilayah. Di Kuala Lumpur ia adalah Kementerian Pendidikan. Di Sarawak, Kementerian Pendidikan, Inovasi dan Bakat, Talent Development. Jadi kita menyeluruh. Sebab itu dasar pendidikan kita sedikit beza dengan Kuala Lumpur. Sedang Kuala Lumpur pendidikan gajah. Kita nak nangkal potensi bakat anak kita, especially anak Sarawak, yang boleh kita berikan haluan tuju mereka dan ilmu yang sejajar dengan pembangunan dunia itu. Sebab itu kita bantu sekolah Cunhua. Kita beri peruntukan 10 juta tiap-tiap tahun untuk sekolah.
SIBURAN will see its own district council following its elevation to full district status from its sub-district status. In regards to that, Premier Sarawak, Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tunapeng said the state government had set aside a special allocation to upgrade SIBURAN in terms of its administrative complex by 2023.
Apabila dinaikkan kepada daerah, infrastruktur daerah pun ditingkatkan, termasuklah pegawai kerajaan yang akan menjadi penghubung di antara kerajaan dan rakyat. Maka SIBURAN hari ini sudah ada di District Officer SIBURAN. Kalau magai bergantung kepada Serian. Kalau nak jumpa di O, pergi Serian. Hari itu boleh jumpa di O di SIBURAN, kerana SIBURAN dah ada di O. Ada di O SIBURAN yang itu berdiri. Ini dia di O. Dan apabila dinaik, sudah tentu pejabatnya akan dibangunkan. Dan agensi kerajaan lain akan ditempatkan. Jadi bermakna kepada Datuk Jerry, kita akan membangunkan kompleks pentadbiran di SIBURAN. Ini akan kita laksanakan, ambil masa lah. Si dapat gini itu sehari kita dah buat perancangan 2023 kita telah memberi peruntukan khas untuk menaik taraf SIBURAN. dalam sudut kompleks.
Abang Johari said this in his speech at the launch of the SJK Chonghua Siburan Mini Sports Complex today. Meanwhile, during the event, 30 sets of media pads were donated by the Sarawak Multimedia Authority to students to cultivate a digital society.
Premier of Sarawak, Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tudapang has declared polling eve on Friday, November 18, as well as voting day itself, November 19, as public holidays in Sarawak to allow voters to travel home for the 15th general election, GE15.
Setelah saya bincang dengan Perdana Menteri semalam di Selangau, Perdana Menteri telah mengisytiharkan cuti umum khasnya untuk 18 bulan supaya para pengundi diberi peluang untuk balik kampung. Dan seterusnya lepas mengundi dia akan balik bekerja pada hari Ahad.
In addition to that, the Premier said this is crucial to exercise good democracy and to facilitate the voting process. Yesterday, Ismail Sabri announced that November 18th and 19th will be public holidays. He said November 19th was also declared a public holiday as there may be some companies from private sectors, especially factories, that will be operating on that day, making it difficult for their employees to cast their votes. Last Saturday, November 12th, Abang Johari had said Sarawak did not feel it was necessary to declare a public holiday on polling eve as an extra rest day for workers as it could affect productivity. The Election Commission EC has set November 19th as polling day while early voting took place today.
The Tanjung Manis Airport will be extended in efforts to highlight the economic potential of the area in line with the existence of various facilities provided by the government.
Kita akan memanjangkan runway, bukan terminal lah, runway, dan juga approach kepada terminal. Kerana kita berkendakkan bomba dan juga prerequisite untuk kita mengendalikan lapangan terbang. Jadi ongkosnya di antara 7-15 juta dan ini akan menjadi satu daripada orang kata akses kepada Tanjung Manis dan juga kawasan Rajang Delta untuk bukan saja pelancongan tetapi juga perniagaan kerana kita ada shipbuilding dan juga kita akan menjayakan sektor pertanian moden.
Abang Johari further explained that such development would facilitate the eco-tourism sector. However, he said, change does not happen overnight. Instead, it is through various phases with its own challenges.
Sebab itu mesti ada jaringan connectivity di antara dari sudut infrastruktur ini. Jadi yang mendapat manfaatnya ialah ekonomi pertanian selain daripada carbon trading yang saya sebutkan tadi dan yang keduanya ialah dari sudut pelancongan. Jadi ini menjadi hub.
Meanwhile, touching on the topic of opening a shipping industry, Abang Johari pointed out that there is already one located in Paloh.
Sudah ada dekat Paloh. Kita sudah ada mempunyai syarikat kita lokal lah, dan juga yang telah mengusahakan untuk ship repair dan ship building sudah ada dekat Paloh. Jadi dengan adanya jambatan Paloh, jambatan Batang Lasak dan Serikir, Jalan Pasi yang kita bangunkan termasuk Laigan, the whole Rajang Delta menjadi satu wilayah yang akan memberi suntikan kepada pertumbuhan GDP yang disebut dalam PCDS.
He told a press conference after officiating at the Tanjung Manis Administrative Building today, November 15th.
At the same time, Tanjung Manis residents can now carry out all administration-related purposes once the Tanjung Manis Administration Centre is completed. As such, residents here need not have to travel to Sibu, Muka or Sarawak for such purpose.
Sarawak Deputy Minister for Natural Resources and Urban Development, Datuk Len Talif Saleh, said the 16-story building, which can accommodate over 2,000 people, started construction in 2018 and has reached completion in May 2022. The 83 million ringgit building is set to start operating next year and will serve as a one-stop center in Tanjung Manis to host all government offices and statutory bodies such as house banking facilities, express mail services, public cafeterias, galleries and meeting rooms. This is to provide a comprehensive ecosystem for all occupants of government and private agency offices. Len Talif, who is also Kuala Rajang Assemblyman, further stressed that Tanjung Manis will continue to be developed with a total of 158 shortlisted projects under the Rajang Delta Development Agency.
Sabah Chief Minister Datuk Sri Haji Noor is seriously considering a ferry service from mainland Semporna to Pulau Bumbum while waiting for the proposed Pulau Bumbum Bridge to materialise. Now for more details on the line, we have Amirul Mukminin to take us to the latest from Kota Kinabalu, Sabah.
Thank you, Cheryl. From Kuching tonight, the updates from Sabah itself today, that we and proudly to say that ferry service to Pulau Bumbum while with the proposed bridge to materialise, said Chief Minister Datuk Sri Haji Noor. He said, I will talk to the Public Work Department and the Economic Planning Unit to see if we can start a ferry service immediately for the people in Pulau Bumbum. And also the ferry service will be beneficial to the people on the Boss Island, which he said the bridge proposal has been there for a long time, but he will take up the matter to the federal government. If only, Haji quote in his statement today, GRS Gabungan Rakyat Sabah candidate wins the election in Semporna, the GRS government will personally take the application to the federal government to ensure the bridge in Pulau Bumbum will be built. And he also said that, actually Haji as a GRS chairman, said that we must not be satisfied with the same old, to look forward with a brighter value. And he will look to resolve the problem in Pulau Bumbum and Bugaya seats. We also like to inform to you that the early poll today in Sabah, which takes 11,000 of army personnel around Sabah today, has actually become the manifest of early action to rebuild the government in our country. Thank you, Cheryl. Back to the studio.
Right, thank you, Amirul, for that update. Now, moving on to the next news. Early voting centres opened nationwide for the 15th general election GE15 were closed at 5 p.m. earlier today, where a total of 224,828 registered early voters, comprising of 117,473 military personnel and their spouses, as well as 107,355 police personnel and their spouses, cast their votes. Out of the figures, a total 8,050 police officers in Sarawak fulfilled their responsibilities at multiple police district headquarters statewide. Now, Sibu Police Chief ACP Zulkifli Sohaili said 597 officers and their families carried out their duties at the Wisma Pengaman Sibu District Police Headquarters and Sibu Jaya Police Station.
Pada pagi ini, pihak PDM, pegawai dan juga anggota, khususnya Ibu Pejabat Polis Daerah Sibu, menunaikan tanggungjawab untuk undi awal pada pagi ini. Lebih kurang dengan kekuatan pegawai kanan dan juga anggota khusus untuk IPD Sibu, 597 orang akan menunaikan tanggungjawab pada pagi ini. Di mana diadakan undi awal ini di Wisma Pengaman. di dalam IPD Sibu dan juga di Balai Sibu Jaya. Secara keseluruhan untuk kita di IPD Sibu ni kita ada 3 saluran pada pagi ini. Di mana proses pengundian awal ini bermula pada jam 8 pagi tadi sehinggalah pukul 5 petang nanti.
The Sibu Parliamentary will witness a 3-cornered fight between Clarence Ting from the Gabungan Parti Sarawak GPS, Oscar Ling from the Democratic Action Party DAP, and Wong Soon Koh, Parti Sarawak Bersatu PSB. Meanwhile, in Miri, 494 officers of the Miri District Police Headquarters cast their ballots at 7 voting channels, said Miri District Police Chief ACP Alexan Nagachabu. 3 candidates, namely GPS candidate Jeffrey Pang Xiao Fung, Pakatan Harapan PH candidate Chiu Chun Man, and PSB candidate Lawrence Lai Yu Son are contesting at P219 Miri. For the Putrajaya parliamentary seat in Kuching, a total of 830 officers have cast their ballots at the mess hall of the Sarawak contingent headquarters. While 1,821 Sarawak's men in blue voted by post after the end of candidate nomination day on November 5th. Meanwhile, Inspector General of Police Tan Sri Akril Sani Abdullah Sani and Defence Force Chief General Tan Sri Effendi Buang, Army Chief General Tan Sri Zamros Muhammad Zain, and Sabah Police Chief Dato Idris Abdullah performed their civic duties earlier today. The early voting ballot papers will be kept at police station lockups, and counting of these ballot papers will be conducted on polling day this Saturday, November 19th, starting at 4 p.m. at the counting stations designated by the Election Commission and witnessed by agents of the respective candidates.
Coming up right after the break, quality living through affordable housing, and Amazon to lay off 10,000 employees. Right here on TVS Nightline, stay tuned. Welcome back to the Nightline. Now, issues pertaining to governance, transparency and integrity will not affect the rural folks' decision on voting for their candidates. University Malaysia Sarawak Faculty of Social Sciences and Humanities Dean Professor Dr. Nielsen Ilan Mersat noted that the main factor in influencing voters' decisions are candidates who can deliver, especially in fulfilling basic infrastructures in rural areas.
Yang pertama, kalau di kawasan luar bandar banyak isunya basic need, keperluan asas. Jadi kalau di kawasan di kawasan bandar keperluan itu sudah meningkat, mungkin lebih kepada aspek yang lebih tinggi lagi. Yang isu yang mungkin suatu yang tidak mendapat perhatian, isu nasional, isu yang lebih luas, sebab mereka ni di kawasan bandar konektiviti kita kuat. Betul. Kita dapat maklumat dengan begitu cepat, sama ada dia sahih ataupun tidak, itu lain cerita lah. Tapi it's up to the individu to do self restraint ataupun untuk melakukan screening lah maklumat yang diterima. Jadi basically ianya amat berbeza lah di kawasan luar bandar dan juga di kawasan bandar.
He further stressed that politicians must be aware of the needs and wants of the voters in the area, whether in urban or rural areas. He said that this is due to society's high expectations towards the elected people's representative in voicing and addressing their concerns. Commenting on Undi 18, Dr. Nielsen said the said age group has the information at the tip of their fingers on their preferred political party to vote. He added further that the youth are most likely to observe the manifestos presented by the political parties.
Jadi mereka ini bukan dikatakan information overloaded, tetapi mereka mempunyai maklumat yang sangat banyak tentang apa yang berlaku. Dan sudah tentunya I think kalau umur usia ni 18 tahun mereka boleh mampu untuk membuat satu penilaian dalam tempoh 2 minggu ini. So mereka akan perhatikan apa yang mereka lakukan dan apa yang orang-orang politik, parti-parti politik lakukan, dan media pun mereka akan lihat coverage yang dibuat dan cara pelaporan dan sebagainya. Dan saya pasti it's a good lesson for them dalam masa 2 minggu ini, 14 hari, dan seterusnya mereka akan membuat keputusan pada hari Sabtu nanti. Jadi impaknya sememangnya ada, dan kita tak tahulah mana pilihan mereka, sama ada mana-mana parti politik dan sebagainya. So undi itu adalah rahsia.
He said this as a guest on TVS election program Malaysia Decides on Tuesday.
The provision of affordable housing by the Sarawak government has given access to quality living for all strata of society. With aspirations to impart guaranteed quality living for Sarawakins, the state has also implemented various schemes and assistance to further elevate the people's standard of living. University Malaysia Sarawak Senior Lecturer of the Faculty of Built Environment, Awang Hashim Awang Sulong, pointed out that areas for affordable housing in Sarawak differ from that of West Malaysia, as the state has the potential to build more affordable houses for the B40 groups.
Mungkin daripada segi urbanisasi di Sarawak dengan di Semenanjung agak berbeza, di mana urbanisasi di kawasan Lembah Kelang mungkin kepadatannya terlalu tinggi sehingga mereka kena bina bangunan yang berpuluhan tingkat. So approach di Sarawak saya rasa lebih sesuai dengan keadaan sosioekonomi di Sarawak. Daripada segi apa yang saya dah tengok, seperti yang di-mention tadi kan, spektra permata, dia punya konsep adalah low density. So I think that is the best solution. Kalau kita compare Sarawak dengan Semenanjung.
Commenting further, he said, aside from construction, the people's income should be taken into account. He cited one example, namely the Housing Deposit Assistance Scheme, HDAS, which offers a maximum of 10,000 ringgit deposit for low and middle income households to own their first home.
Standard perumahan mampu milik yang telah didasarkan oleh Kementerian Perumahan dan Kerajaan Tempatan di peringkat Malaysia. So dia punya keluasannya adalah 900 square feet. So I think HDC actually going beyond that, saya rasa. We going beyond that, and then at the same time untuk spektra permata disediakan tingkat bawah kan. So meaning to say that there are space that can be extended. So ini adalah satu plus kepada rumah mampu milik di Sarawak as compared to the one that we have in Semenanjung.
As such, he reminded property developers should not be profit-oriented, but to also provide adequate, quality, comfortable and affordable housing facilities to meet the needs of all people in Sarawak.
The Sarawak government continues to intensify its efforts to provide affordable housing for the people to enable them to secure a comfortable and livable home. In this regard, the Chief Executive Officer, CEO of the Housing Development Corporation, HDC, Muhammad Asman Ahmad said, based on data obtained from the Ministry of Public Health, Housing and Local Government Sarawak, a total of 39,000 houses have been built over the past 50 years to help low-income families statewide.
Asman reiterated that the Rumah Spektra Permata RSP initiative was spearheaded by the Premier of Sarawak, Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg, on the 15th February 2017 to reduce rural residents' migration to urban areas.
Harga rumah di bawah seliaan HDC adalah di sekitar RM50,000 ke RM165,000. Ini di bawah keseliaan pihak HDC. Yang mana bantuan ataupun subsidi ini dibolehkan atas sebab usaha ataupun inisiatif kerajaan negeri melalui program-program ataupun penjanaan sumber-sumber kewangan yang baik, dan ini menjadikan kita mampu untuk menggerakkan program-program seumpama ini. Ambil contoh sudah disebutkan oleh Puan tadi, rumah spektra permata di skim pembesaran kampung contohnya. Apa yang kita cuba buatkan adalah skim pembesaran kampung yang mana terletak di kampung tetapi mempunyai kemudahan seumpama di bandar. Ini merupakan kita punya aspek yang kita nak buatkan. Dan dalam pada yang sama, tiada penghijrahan daripada generasi kedua ke bandar untuk mendapatkan rumah.
He said that the program aims to help the B40 group to buy a house with a space of not less than 300 square meters. He further stressed that the state government is cooperating with the HDC to give more value and subsidies to first-time buyers.
Dari segi kelulusannya kita kurangkan sikit, tapi dari segi interest antara terbaik. Kalau disebut oleh pihak kerajaan negeri, kita charge yang kita chargekan kepada pihak peminjam adalah 1% setahun kepada golongan B40. Now, what does it mean to the economy? Means that bila ada accessibility kepada financing, rumah boleh dijual. Dan milikan kepada rumah itu menjadikan nilai kepada aset kepada individu tersebut meningkat. Contohnya, kalau dia membayar RM150,000 rumah, katalah RM250 sebulan, sedangkan nilai rumah tersebut adalah RM300,000. Dengan pinjaman sebanyak RM150 dengan bayaran RM250 sebulan, 1% kadar faedah nilai mereka keluar daripada kelompok B40.
He said this as a guest on TVS election program Malaysia Decides on Tuesday.
A business delegation from Sarawak is now exploring investment opportunities in West Kalimantan, Indonesia. This includes infrastructure, telecommunications, as well as agriculture. And for that, Idil Aksa Akbari has the details.
West Kalimantan Governor Sutar Miji, who welcomed the delegation, said opportunities in infrastructure, telecommunications, electricity and agriculture in West Kalimantan hold great potential. He pointed out foreign investors, especially from Sarawak, are welcome to collaborate in the said focus sector. One of the examples mentioned by Sultan Miji is the Kijing International Port in Kabupaten Mempawah, the largest port in Kalimantan, still under development progress. Another would be access to clean water supply, which is in need of investors to provide.
Yang dibicarakan tadi ada infrastruktur, kemudian transportasi, kemudian telekomunikasi, pertanian, peternakan, listrik, air bersih. Nah itu kan semuanya memang ini kalbar ya, memang dibutuhkan sekarang kalbar dalam rangka percepatan dalam pergerakan perekonomian Kalimantan Barat. Saya lihat itu sangat potensial.
Meanwhile, Multimore Resources Sendirian Berhad Executive Director Junaidi Sahadan, who led the delegation, said his party had discussed cooperation opportunities with local businesses in West Kalimantan.
Kita ni adalah beberapa syarikat termasuk Multimore dan juga syarikat-syarikat yang di bawah naungan Obu Holdings. Jadi kita ni berkecimpung dalam pembangunan infrastruktur, energi, oil and gas, property development dan juga ICT lah. ICT pun ada. Sebagaimana tuan-tuan yang telah mendengar dari introduction pagi tadi lah. Jadi kita datang sini memang nak mencari peluang-peluang usaha bersama di sini.
That's all the time we have for TVS Nightline. I'm Shel Shameto. Thank you for watching.